Welcome to Rusty's No Man's Sky Connection. I am Rusty, and we are playing Sudoku today. And I've got a puzzle all loaded up from the Sudoku store. It's puzzles, or it's a hard puzzle from their collection of 1,000 hard Sudoku puzzles. Puzzle number 155, which I'm using as R155 on BlueSky, to let people know that we are that it's related to me posting it as opposed to the SudokuStore. They'll be back at some point, and I will hand it over to them and let them deal with the posting of the puzzle, and I'll go back to doing my best to solve the puzzle, and we'll see how it goes. Let's see if this puzzle that I entered is valid. It says it is, and we've got a timer run. So, one of these two is going to be 7, 3, 1. Looking to see if I've got any quick solve here. So, this one's going to be a 7, and so is this one. I've got two possibilities, 7 there and there. Can't narrow that down. You get this one here, blocking those, and this one. These two, leaving 3 open there, and more open elsewhere. So, skips 2s. One of these 2 is going to be a 2. These 2 is 2. I've got 3 possibilities for 2 there. 2 there, so one of these 2 is going to be 2. Because that can't be a 2, that can't be a 2, and I've got a 2 blocking this one. So these 2 will be a 2. Oh, no, actually, this one is going to be a 2, because this one is blocked from being a 2 as well. Just these 2 is possibilities, and that turns that one. Okay, so over here, we still have 2 there, 3 there, and 2 here. Okay, 3s. Well, we know one of these 2 is going to be a 3. This one is blocked in 2 different directions. Okay, got 3 possibilities for 3 there, 2 possibilities here. Doesn't narrow much down there yet. Got 1, 2, 3 possibilities for 3 there, 1, 2, 3 here, and 1, 2 here. So that's as far as we're going to go there. These 2 is going to be 4. One of these 2 will be 4. And let's see, I got 4 possibilities, 4 there, 3 here. Whole bunch there, or over here. So looks like 4s aren't being useful or helpful to us. We get a 5 here. One of these 2 will be a 5. This one or this one can be a 5. And 4 possibilities there. Not a lot of narrowed down else otherwise. Like we're just down to 2 possibilities there. And fortunately I've got 5 possibilities there. Okay, looking at 6s. We've got that 6 there and 1 down here. Means I've got these 3 possibilities for 6 here, 5 possibilities here, 4 here, 3 here, 4 over here. Okay, so not a lot of use of 6. Already worked through 7s. Got 2 possibilities for 8 here at the moment. 4 possibilities here. We're down to 2 possibilities here for 8. That doesn't help us much. That one those 3 gives us 4 possibilities there. And we've got 4 possibilities there. Alright, and all 3 of these could be 8s. So we get a 9 here, 9 up here, meaning that we get 3 possibilities here, 3 possibilities here. Oh yeah, 3 possibilities here is missing this 9, this 9. That combination does make this one into 9 and gives us 2 possibilities for 9. All right, let's go fill in all of those remaining options. One of those 2 is going to be 1, but that's going to be a 1. I got 4 possibilities here. C, 4 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. 3 here. 4 over here. And that's 1's place, or knocked in. 2's. It's 2 possibilities here and here. That means we've just got this 2. This place is 2 up here. And that's all the 2's placed. No, all the 2's either marked or placed. All right. 3's. But we've got this one here and this one down here. And also this one here. So we've got 2 possible for 3 here. 2 up here. Got 3 in this square. 2 possibilities. Center square. 2 options in this square. And 3 options down. Okay, how about 4? Got the 4 there. 4 here, meaning one of these 2 is going to be a 4. This 4 here with this one means that one of these 2 will be a 4. That get 3 possibilities here as a result of the setup. Got 4. Well, we've got 5 possibilities here at the moment, and over here we've got 4 or 5 possibilities as well. Down here we've got 4 possibilities, and that looks like it for possibilities 4. So let's look at 5's. We've got the 2 possible places 4 or 5 up here. Don't have anything narrowing down 5's here except these 2 are going to be possibles for 5, and we get 2 possibilities for 5 in this square. Down here we've got 4 possibilities for 5. Well, we're going to run into that a lot with that square. Could be true for 7 and 7 as well. Got 2 possibilities for 9. Okay, 4's, we get 3 possibles. 4's in there. Okay, 5's. So 5 possibilities here. That's blocked. So we've got 3 possibilities here. And I think that places all of our 5's. Don't forget, nope, that one's not going to be 5, but I've got 4 or 5 possibilities. All right, 6's. This one and one down the lower left corner. Kind of limits what we've got available here. We've got these 3 places in that square, these 3 in this square. 4 possibilities in this square. 4 in this one as well. Like 3 possibilities in this square. 4, 5 in this square. And 4 possibilities in this square. Up to 7s. It looks like we've got 2 7s here, and 2 7s here. And 7s are covered now. 8s, got 2 possibilities for an 8 here. That 8 and this 8 leave us with 3 possibilities here. Got 4 possibilities here. Three possibilities here. Nothing's really blocking any of the center square for 8s. 2 possibilities square. All right. And we're back to 9s. Get the 2 possible 9s here. 3 possible 9s here. 3 possible 9s here. And a 9 here, which takes this down to 2 possibilities. Doesn't narrow or doesn't eliminate enough for us, but that gives us we're now narrowed down. We've just got 2 cells in this square that are singletons, and let's take a look at that. We've got a cell that expects to be a 1. We've got a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We didn't get 8s placed in the cell. Got 3 possibilities for 8 that didn't get placed. All right, that changes things. Both of those options now have, or both of those cells now have 2 options in them as opposed to just 1. Okay, now let's look for doubles. Places where we've got 2 of the same pair in a row or a column, and see if we can narrow things down there. For example, we've got this 8-5-8-5 pair here, but unfortunately nothing else. The column is free, so it doesn't help us directly. Let's see. 1-8, 8-3, 1-2-6, 2-6, 1-3-6. Okay, that 6 may be interesting. We'll have to see if that narrows anything down in a couple of moments. We got an 8-5 here. 1-4-6, 1-4-8-6, 1-5-6, 1-8-6. Not a lot to go on there. 4-6-3, 4-6, 6-3. That's a triplet. It means that this can't be a 6. Anything else? Another can this one. I've got a 1-7, 1-7, or 1-8 and 7-8. That is a triplet as well. But we've narrowed it down a little bit there. Not enough for a solution on that square, or those squares. We'll see though. Maybe it will end up with a solution yet. This square can see 1-8 in 2 different directions. So it cannot be either 8 or 1 at this point. That's not an issue here, but that gives us a 4-6 that combined with anything to create issues. I don't see anything offhand. Let's see, 1-7, 1-4, 1-5. Nope, nothing useful there. 5-9. A lot of 5-9s in here, but nothing that works as a blocker for others. Point. 6-2, 6-2. There we go. Leading up to 6 here. 6-2, 4-6, 4-6-3, 2-6-3. not useful to block anything yet. However, if either this 6 or this 3 gets set somewhere, it's going to be helpful at some or to some degree. We'll be able to place certain other things. Okay. 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6 down there, 4, 5, 8, 4, 5, 8, 6, 3. We may be doing some punting sooner than I like. Let's work with that. I'm going to try doing this with a 2 here, 6, 4, 3. That turns this one into a 3. 1, 4, 1, 4, 8, 1, 4, 8. So neither 4 nor 8 here. That becomes a 5. This becomes a 6. 5 here. 1. 8 in the middle. 5 there. This becomes an 8 and a 3 here. 2. 6 here. 7, 5. 9. 7, 1. Oh, nope, we are blocked at this point. This square became unusable, or became blocked from being solved. So let's go back to that 2. There was one other place in that square for a 2, so we'll use that. And we'll see if that helps us at all. So if that becomes a 2, this one becomes a 6. Not a 6, not a 6, not a 6. I got a 1, 3. Nope, nothing useful there. 7, 5, 8, 3, 8, 5. Okay, let's pull that possible 2. That means this one becomes a 2. And now we do have a triplet here, which doesn't help a lot, but it is potentially helpful. But it does mean that since we've got a triplet here, one of these two has to be a 1, so this will not be. No, wrong way. Not be a 1, so we've got a 4, 6, 4, 6 pair, and that leads us to a triplet over here. 1, 5, 8. Nope, nothing really workable there at this point. Does that 4, 6 pair help us anyway? Don't see anything offhand. All right. So doing another punt, go with the top center for 3. That gives us a 6, no, a 6, 4 as options. And I'm going to go tidy up some things that end up being flagged as, yep, that isn't a solution anymore around the board. This one becomes a 6. Not a 6 there. Here, or this one becomes a 5. This one 3 now. So not a 3 either of those. Not a 5 here. Also not a 9 there. This one up here becomes a 6. Get a 1, 5 pair now in the row. May be useful. See. This one becomes a 1. So 8, 3. 4, 8 pair row. 5, a 4. Nope, that's blocked. So let's go switch out that 3. Going to go where the 6 is, that upper right square. So undo that. And this is going to be the 3 instead. And now we've got a 4, 6 pair here. Means this one's going to be 3. Because it can't be a 4 or 6. I've now got this one being a 6. Now I've got a 1, 5 pair in that row with your column. Not particularly useful, but there. All right. Two possible 3s down here now. That doesn't help much. Okay. As I noted in my posting on Blue Sky about this puzzle, if you see something obvious that you want to tell me to try, do feel free to post a comment and I'll give it a try. We'll see. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Otherwise, for now, I'm going to go with this being a 4 and 6 here and see if that gives me a block or help in a solve. Not really expecting much of that at this point. Try reversing that. Six and 4. See if that takes us any place further. Five, 6, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Not a 5. Either top or bottom. 4, 8, 3 is going to be the other combination there. Okay. Not getting much useful help out of that either, but I did get further along. So let's jump into another square and see if we can do anything. We've got a 4, 6 pair here. So let's go with this one being a 4 and 6, see if that gives us anything. Well, it does. Nope, it does not. I was going to say it does say that both of these have to be 4, but it didn't eliminate this. To go with that. Okay, let's try reversing them. See if that helps us some. 3, 1, 8 here, 6, 1, 4, 1, 5, 3, 5, 9, 4, 5. 1 here, 3. So not a 6, not a 1 there, not a 6. 8, 5, 3, 7. Okay. we get a block there. However, I don't know if that block is because of 4-6 that we did first or the 4-6 that we did just now. So let's clean up all the way back to the 4-6 there. And let's do this again from here. See if that helps us at all. 1 there. See? 4, 5 there. 7. 4, 5, 4, 5, 9, 5, 9, not a 7. 8 here. Nope, that's a block. So, all right. So the 4-6 that we tried first in this set where is going to be where we run essentially able to continue on. It doesn't help us dramatically here, but it does mean that, or does tell me that what we just discovered is that that's the correct 4-6 option there. And let's go back up here and start running through this setup. I believe we did a 4-6 initially and just ended up at a dead ending where it wasn't that something was being blocked, it was that we couldn't, or it didn't lend us anything that we could use to move forward. So let's see where we get at this point. That's as far as that's as far as we get to go now as well. All right. Got the 8-5 combo. Let's do that with my normal lowest number at the upper limit. So that one may be a fixed or something we could change going forward. So 1, 4, 1, 4, 6, and 5. This becomes a 9. Got a 1-3 pair now. 1 here, 3, 3. That breaks that. So let's undo the 8-5 that we started out with and go with a 5 here. 8. Still 6, 3, 6, 3 pair. So this one can't be 6. This one becomes a 1, and this one becomes a 6. So this one becomes a 1 here. 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6, 3. Clean up grays. Things that don't belong where they're currently set. One became a 5. This one becomes a 3, so that's 3 and 8 here, and 1 4 here, 4, 1, 3 there. 7. Nope, that's not a functioning combo at this point either. So let's clean back out that A5 process, and let's go back. Well, let's see. The 8-5 didn't work out. Okay. Have another actual triplet anywhere. Don't see one. Well, I've got this 8-1-3. So 8, 1, 3. Do not know that that's the correct ordering for those. Well, we know it is not correct at this point. It is possible I've done something else wrong, but we're going to see if we can do this. 8, 8, 5, 3, 7, 5, 1, 8, 1, 5, 9, 7, 1 here, 6, 5, 6, 9 here, 4, 5, 3, 4, 8, 5, 6 pair. Oh, we've got a block up here. So let's back that out. I've tried both the 183 combinations that are there. So, see, what else can we try? Put an 8 here. Becomes a 1. This becomes a 3. That 5, 7, 5. And we're going to work elsewhere till we come back to that. Nope, that's not a 5. Okay, not a 5. Trying to do. Not a 5. All right. Go ahead and mark these. Set those up. Whether they lead to our failure or not. Okay. Do I have something else that could be in that one of well in this square? Well, I'll know right off the bat if I do it there. So that's not helping any. All right. I am stuck. Let's undo the 4 6s. And let's keep going back. We had we'd gone from this by looking at that the 2 in these 2 squares. All right, let's instead start with a 1 in this square. Well, this gets us to a 5 here, 8, 5. Is 8, 3 pair in the square, or center square. Gets us a 1 here. 4, 6, 4, 6 means this is 3. This is an 8. So 3 and 8 there. 7 and 5 here. So I got a 6, 1, 1, 8. Can't be a 6 because of the 4, 6 pair earlier. That becomes a 1. 2, that's not a 2, huh? Let's see, if this is a 2, that's also blocked. Okay. So, that 1 doesn't belong as a 1. Or so it would appear. Let's instead then say this is a 1. There's that possibility of a 1. And see if we get anything else. So, I don't see anything else being affected by that. I'm not a big fan of that variety of mark, but let's leave it. So what else have we got that we can try? And maybe we have to back out that 1 at some point. We'll see. Well, we've got 3 places in this cell that can potentially be a 1. So let's work through them and see if one of them ends up being useful, or if they all block and there is some. Oh, not do that. Let's say this is a 1 instead. That becomes an 8 there, 5, 4, 6 here. 2, 1, 8, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're blocked there now. So let's instead specify this as a 1. Turns that into a 3. 6, 2, 6, 2 pair here. 6, 2, well, 6, 2, 6, 2 here, but we already recognized that was blocking anything for us. Not a 6 here. Not a 1 here. 3, 8, 5, 5. A 3, not an 8. Get a 4, 5 here. 4, 6 here. 8. Get 8 here. Not a 3. Not a there. Okay. That 8 means that's not an 8. Got a 4, 6, 4, 6, 3, 6, 2, 3, 6, 2 here. Okay. Not leading us much forward yet. Oh, this is not a 1. 6, 2, 6, 2 here. Again, not much. But 6, 2, 6, 2. 3 here. Because I've got 6, 2, 6, 2, both of them. I mean, that can't be a 6 or a 2. 3 is the only thing. So I get a 4, 6, 4, 6, a 2. Not a 3. This becomes a 6. This becomes a 2. Get a quad. Doesn't really help down here though. Okay. Not a 3. 4, 6, 4, 6. 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, 6. This one's going to be a 5. I've got 4, I had 4, 6 visible in 2 different places that blocked this one from being either 4 or 6. I got the same thing going on here, so this one would become an 8, but that blocks that top middle. So let's undo that. Okay. And at this point, I may have to go all the way back to the beginning, because I'm not seeing a path yet. Oh, we'll try, since that one's not, that one gave us a breakage. Let's work through the next one here. 1 there. This is not a 1, not a 1. Also not a 1. Got a 4, 8, 6 combination. Thing really helpful there. 4, 8, 5. 4, 8, 5, 6. 6, 6. That 4, 6 pair means that can't be a 6, and neither can this. Could be 3. 8, 5, 3 here, and here with the 1 down here. That drops us down here for, no, does not. May drop us down there for, we will see. Trying to clean some things up. Got 8, not there or there, or there. There. Now we've got a 4, 6, 4, 6 combination, meaning this is going to be 2, 3, because neither of those could be fixed. This is going to be an 8. Now I've got a 4, 5, 4, 5 combo. Clean up the 3s. 1 and 9. No, not 8. 7 and 5. 6 and 2. 5. 1 here. 5 here. 6. 9, 3, 7. A 5, not a 9. 4. Oh, I've got going on. Okay, that gets us breakage as well. So let's go back to that 1 and change that to the next one over for 1. If that doesn't work, now go to the effort of going all the way back to the beginning, which I don't much like, but hey, liking something doesn't mean you don't do it. If and you don't like something, doesn't mean you don't have to do it anyway. Okay, clean up 6s there. Comes a 3. That turns that into an 8. This becomes a 1, 3, 8 here. Now 5. 5, 7, 1, 8, 6, 2 pair. This becomes 4. 6 there. 5, 4, 8, 4, 8. And 5 down here. 9, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5 here, 9, 7, 1, 6, 3, 4 here, 8 and 9, 5, 6 pair left, 2 and 6, 2, 3 here, not a 3 up here. This becomes a 4. So this is an 8, 4, 8. Kind of had left at that point. 6, 4, 6, 5, 3. Looks like we're going to have a solution here. And 6. Wow, that one took a long time. 47 minutes, 41 seconds to solve. I want to say thanks to anybody who hung out for that entire period of time. I appreciate it. That was much more of a chunk of time than I was expecting to spend on this. But hey, we at least got it solved. I want to say thanks to everybody. Have a great day. Check out the Sudoku store on Blue Sky if you get a chance. Feel free to check me out on Blue Sky as well. We will check in with, I'll be doing this again tomorrow.